and welcome back to another episode of Reality Raiders 3, The Search for the Eternity Armor, a Torg actual play game here on WebDM. My name is Rudy Basso. I will be your GM for this and all future evenings, barring some terrible illness or something. I don't know. Let's not get into that. My pronouns are he, him. I'm having a wonderful day. I'm so excited you're here to join us. Let us go around the table. Everyone, please tell me who you are and who you are playing. And let's start to my left. Shauna, hi. How are you? Who are you playing today?
I am good, and I am playing, I am Shauna, she, her, and I'm playing Beck Matsumoto, also she, her, the no-holds baseball player who just finds joy in just, like, smacking bad guys with a bat or a chainsaw, but is currently trying to blend in a courtly intrigue, which she
Sure.
is doing badly.
You know, when I watch baseball, I always think, these holds, they got to get out of here. So I'm glad in your world they finally went that extra step and got rid of all those holds, because I'm not having it. It's just too many as far as I'm concerned. Below you, hello there. Hi, I love your hat. Hat glasses combo. It works very well. Who are you? Who are you playing on this fine evening?
I'm Dot. I'm back this week with Flick, our kind of estranged Radio Shack loving teen. Well, she's an 18, so she's a young woman. But she's deep undercover, or so she believes, at this party.
Yes. And as a reminder, you will be, remember, 5 possibility points as a reward if you continue with the accent. And I'll give you 2 for going this far if you decide you kind of want to stop. So.
Never give up. Never surrender.
Love it. No holds. All right. Jumping across that beautiful Torg Eternity logo. Now with a cape. I feel like it's an action figure. Like a new release came out and there's like a big now with cape kind of written on the box. Who are you and who are you playing?
I am Pruitt, one half of WebDM. Hello, folks. And I am playing Salvo. By the way, I'm a he, him, and Salvo is a he man, as we all know this. And yes, once again, playing the human incarnation of the flag code violation, Salvo.
Yeah, wow. It's just, I hope this continues. This trend of additional accessories featuring the flag continues. Because where can it go next? I don't know. It'll be, I'm excited to find out. That's all.
I'll find out when the feds bust down my door and stop me.
You'll be arrested in American flag handcuffs. All right. Going up last, but certainly not least, wearing a yellow hat today. Very fancy. Mm-hmm. Hi, who are you? Who are you playing?
Hi, yes, I'm Amber. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Cypress, who uses he, him, they pronouns. And he is a cowboy mage who's currently visiting home right now and is having a very uncomfortable time going back into this weird magical hierarchy, lords and nobles situation.
It's a change from the Old West, you know.
Yes.
No nobles out in the Old West. Oil baron, maybe, you know, get some of those, but they're not really nobles. They're not recognized by the court. So we will get to that in a moment, and we'll go over what happened last week, why you're at Asyle, what you're doing. But first, I'm excited. I'm waving my arms in excitement. You've been collecting XP as the game has gone on. You've completed 2 acts within this game, within this campaign, and you get 5 experience points per act, so you have 10 experience points. Let us go around, explain how advancement works in Torg Eternity, and also what you have done. And Amber, you're going to be our advancement specialist this evening. How does it work with those 10 XP, and what have you personally given Cypress to make them a stronger character?
Sure. So per the rule book, you can spend your XP on 3 areas, attributes, skills, and perks. And I think attributes is basically a double cost thing, but in skills has a cost to it per XP. But specifically for Cypress, what I chose was to take another perk, which costs 5 XP.
Okay.
And if I wanted to take a second perk, I couldn't because I would need another additional 2 to do that.
Cool.
And so I'm holding back my extra 5. And so the what I spent on was I wanted to get another spell. And to do that, I took Spellcaster again.
Okay.
And I can unlock another spell.
Gotcha. What did you unlock?
I decided to take lightning.
Whoa. Okay.
Yes.
What now what skill does lightning use?
I believe it is conjuration. Yes, conjuration.
Gotcha. And you are trained in that already.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Yes.
I have a very cool, short, quick list from someone in our chat a few weeks ago. Apportation is movement related. Alteration changes things. Conjuration makes, and divination is communication. So conjuration makes lightning.
Yes.
Noted. All right, moving along. Let's go to Pruitt. Tell me how is Salvo these days? What is Salvo better at? I have a guess, but why don't you tell me?
Well, Salvo, he's not burdened by complexity. We'll put it that way.
Sure.
So he likes to punch things and try not to get punched, or if he does, be able to take it. So I focused on defense and offense. I did the 5 points for a perk. I took endurance, which raises my shock limit by 2. So my shock is now 10.
Wow.
It's going to be harder to take him down. And then I went ahead and bumped up my unarmed combat from 3 to 4. So that was 4 points. So I have 1 point in the bank, and I'm rocking a 14 unarmed. So things are looking okay for him.
My guess was punching related was my guess, and I was correct.
It's a safe bet.
Gotcha. Okay, Flick, wow, how have you improved yourself? In what ways have you improved?
Flick, over the course of our 2 acts, has mightily fallen in love with her new glove and has decided to take the perk Trademark Weapon for the glove itself. So she has a trademark weapon now, along with some of the cyber wear that she has. She's kind of a dead-eye shot, so we may get to see her shoot some things.
Yes. Now that gives you a bonus to your attack or to damage.
Let's see. What does this say? Oh,
Beck Matsumoto also has trademark weapon.
Oh, yes. It should allow. Sorry, y'all. I'll have to tip them. Okay. Reroll any ones. So when an attack with the weapon results in bonus damage, the player may reroll any ones and accept the new result.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great because as we all know, dice explode in this game. So if a 1 becomes a 6, that's another die roll, which is always very exciting. And finally, with advancement, Beck Matsumoto, how are you better at what? What a weird way to phrase that, but please.
Beck is a simple woman, so her advancements are to work better with her 2 best friends, which are her baseball bat rocket and her new sentient chainsaw friend. So I am taking advantage and adding 1 to my melee weapons and taking whirlwind, which allows me to negate the first -2 when I'm targeting multiple enemies. So
okay,
it's more reason to jump into a bunch of bad guys and just start like wailing on them.
And that's really cool.
That is very cool. Yeah, I like that a lot. And we know a lot more about multi-targeting and multi-action thanks to the wonderful Discord patrons that we have. Shout out, Mr. Furious. Thank you for explaining it in detail to all of us. Betcha I still get it wrong, though. Okay, last week, you all made your way to Asyle after defeating defeating the traps set by Lord Mobius and Wuhan in the Nile Empire. You now have the cape, which Pruitt is wearing. He has turned it into an American flag cape. It gives him a free up during once per scene for punching people. So, man, is he good at punching people. You were told that the item that was going to be given to you in Asyle now has to be earned because you've been taking so long to go there. It's now up for auction amongst kind of some of the Islander elite, Islander noble class. You were originally not allowed to be one of the bidders, but due to some printing out of files and soaking them in tea and dirtying them up a little bit, they now look like legit letters of repute that say that Cyprus is a noble person within Asyle and is allowed to bid. What house did we come? We didn't come up with a house name. So have you been thinking on this, Amber? What is Cyprus's?
Boy, has that end in tongue, right? Like Rutherfordton.
Rutherfordton. There we go. Rutherfordton. That's a. Let me make sure I write that down. Rutherfordton. Cypress of the House Rutherfordton. Nice. Just yeah, love it.
Wonderful.
Cool. Rutherfordton. Now is that ROTH or RUTH?
RUTH.
Okay, that's what I figured. Good.
Yes,
On the same page.
Rutherfordton. Got it. Okay.
Great. So you are now allowed to bid on we'll flash back regarding budgets. We might get some skill checks that what Quinn Sebastian is willing to give up in terms of you bidding on the item, but it sounds like there might be a few other ideas on what to do. You got the layout of all the other bidders. There are 1,
Oh yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them, including Ice Cold was spotted walking and talking with the Lord of the House, Lord Albert Oldfield.
Yeah, he was.
Crossed paths with Salvo, kind of gave him a mocking smile, to which Salvo played. What is it called? Read it out loud for us again, Pruitt. What card did you play?
Well, I played the romance card, and
Yes.
It wasn't the smile. If you recall, he threw Salvo a wink.
Oh, it was a mocking wink. You're right.
It was a wink that Salvo confused
Maybe
for.
misinterpreted a little bit.
Obviously, oh, here it is. It is still up here. Hang on, I got to zoom way in. It encourage an amorous relationship between your character and a non-player character. Gain 3 possibilities. You may spin the possibilities for this character.
Yes.
Because to me it just made sense. This guy's been following him around everywhere.
Well, he's your nemesis. You made him his nemesis. You made him your nemesis. So, yeah, this is enemies to lovers. Maybe we'll see. Tropes. Okay,
Yeah.
So that is happening. That is currently a thing.
Lovers quarrel all the time.
Flick got some intel on the crown itself. It's kind of behind this kind of like barred thing. What are those called? The things, the gate, yeah, it's like behind a gate with a guard underneath like a glass case. So they've got quite a bit of security.
And I tried to convince everyone that it might be fake.
Oh, that's true. You confused the guard. He kind of caused himself to misspeak. And so there's some questions about whether or not it is actually the crown of King Arthur, which I don't know if I mentioned that's what it is, but that's what it is.
What? That was definitely left out last
All
time.
right. Bam. Crown of King Arthur. And then Salvo, spying on Ice Cold with his kind of black suited followers, challenged him to a joust, in which the winner was to name the terms of the bet. And Salvo was bested. Ice Cold, great horsemanship on Ice Cold, surprisingly enough. And then Ice Cold said, "You must help me win the crown." And that is where we ended our session. And I think we might, that would be the equivalent of a commercial break in the game, because it was the end of the session. So yes, very much so the equivalent of a commercial break. And I think we're going to leave that as a question mark as we jump then to either. So the auction is in the evening. You are all kind of, I've allowed you to do something in preparation for the auction. So we have Beck and Cypress. If either of you would like to do some like recon like Flick did, or try and learn more about any of the specific bidders, or just kind of walk around and find like like the best exit or escape route. Is there anything in particular you would like to do before we jump into the auction?
Good question.
If not, that's cool too.
Yeah, because like the only thing I can really think of is I just wanted to see what the other items for auction were.
Sure. So
That's it. That's like a peruse the wares, if you will.
We were probably going to do that later, but
Okay,
if you want,
but-
we can do that now.
No,
We can do that now. Everyone, I asked you to come up with an item. There are 4 items. Sorry, I said 5 items because I'm bad at counting. There are 4 other items up for auction, and everyone here can make one up, and like I said, in a off stream, it can be whatever. It can be like a quill that never runs out of ink, like something kind of fun and magic-y. Like that's the big thing. It's something that is magically imbued, and it can be a mundane item that happens to get something special happen to it. So do you have something in mind right now, Cypress, for one of these four items? Cool.
So the first thing I guess that Cypress sees is a music box, but it's one of those like highly gilded automaton ones that run on its own gears and stuff. And I think it has like a scene of like a songbird that's singing, and the magical property is it's to help you go to sleep. Like it has the ability to cast like a sleep spell.
Oh,
interesting.
Very cool. Yes, this is not so often seen in Asyle. It is probably the highest tech level that you will see with this gears and stuff. But because it is Asyle, it also has this magical enchantment on it. Very, very cool. Who else has ideas? Should we go around? Pruitt, do you have an idea from one of the other magical items up for auction?
Sure. Yeah, it is... For those that love the sea and want to take it with them, it's a magic conch shell that normally you put it up to your ear and you can hear the sea. Well, when you activate it's like a decanter of endless water, but it's sea water.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I guess that has some practical use if you have like a fish they need to be in seawater. If you have a fish aquarium or whatever, hey, that's great. I love it. Great idea. And if you hold the conch, you get to speak in the circle.
The talking.
What a reference.
It allows you to talk to fish, maybe.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
Hold the conch, you can talk to fishes too.
Yeah.
Summon fish.
Summon fish spell?
You blow into
Write it down. I got to pitch something to Ulysses later. Okay. Dot, do you have an idea for an item?
Yeah, I think there's like a pedestal, and on this white pedestal, there's a single bean.
Single bean, you say?
It's just sitting right there in the middle, and it's definitely a magical bean.
Magical bean, you say?
Yeah.
That's it?
No,
bean of magic. There's like a
it's a magical bean. Yeah, nobody knows what it does.
Bean,
it's like use
properties
it
currently unknown.
Use at own risk, like
definitely magical that's underlined.
Yeah, just like
So mystery. I mean, there's always got to be a mystery item at an auction, right?
Yeah,
there's got to be something where it's like
it's just
we don't know what this is, but it's probably pretty sweet, so you should pay whatever you can for it. So mystery bean, I gotta write that down. I gotta write all these down, but mystery bean.
Mr. Bean, what?
Mr. Bean,
Mr. Bean,
conch of seawater, music box, sleepy music box. This is what they're listed as. No, and magical bean. Cool. Shauna, what's the final item up for auction?
It is, it's a whistle.
Whistle.
It's a bird-shaped whistle.
Oh, bird-shaped whistle.
That summons a giant eagle.
Yes!
Eagle. Would this eagle be big enough for 4 people to ride upon, would you say?
Yes.
Yes.
As majestic as possible.
Giant
exactly
eagle
4 people sized.
That can carry
what kind of eagle does it summon? Just wondering. No reason whatsoever.
Oh my god.
Definitely.
Let's go. Bald, of course.
Bald
of course, a bald eagle.
It's a
Of
bald
course.
eagle.
It has to be.
Of course.
A magical giant bald eagle.
I just like to imagine that Salvo's scanning the items and his eyes fall on that one and he goes, I must have it, quietly under his breath.
It will be mine.
Yes, exactly. Cool. So awesome. I love all of those items. I can see the value in all of them. Definitely. So you spy on all of these while you're looking at them, Cypress. Flick is over there if you want to do something with her, or just is that kind of what you just...
Yeah, I just would like to walk and peruse and size up the situation, what's going on in this room.
Cool.
You probably hear her going, I'm telling you, I think it's fake. Oh no, I'm telling you, governor, it's fake as my wolf's tooth.
A small group of people have kind of surrounded Flick as she interacts with the guard, who's
like that bean over there.
if I go over and add to this, will it help at all?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
If you're a random crowds person who goes, "Oh, she's right," or whatever.
yeah. That's some
Then,
fool's gold.
Sure. Let's throw it. Let's throw a spell. You can even use magic to. Do you have alteration? Are you skilled in that?
I do have a skill of alteration.
I'll let you. You don't have this as a spell, but kind of as a
throwing my voice kind of thing.
Exactly, kind of throw or amplify your voice kind of thing is kind of what is that when like a cantripy kind of thing?
Yeah, it's like okay. So
I'm
I'll roll
allowing it.
this.
Sure.
See if I get...
DC 10 or DN 10. Very simple roll.
Ooh, oh, got it. 14.
14. Bam.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So a couple voices that sound like native islanders.
Yeah, credible, stand up,
Yes.
people of
yes,
reputation.
Exactly. Yes. Oh, I dare say she's right. I was like, what? Yeah.
What he said?
There's reactions. There's my monocle has fallen off. I'm so taken aback. There's lots of very fanciful talk. Yeah.
Thaumaturgy. That's the
and
spell.
so yes,
There you go.
the overall value, I'll say, of the crown has dropped as a result of these. Like the bidders, word gets around to all the bidders that maybe it's not worth what the estimated value of it originally was.
You know what I say? I say we have a look-sees.
Oh,
Okay. See it with me own eyes. It's the only thing we can trust nowadays, that and taxes.
the guard is, like I said, he's getting flustered by all of this, and he walks over and pulls a chain, and a door behind the gate falls shut, and he goes, "Oi, looking time's over," and he pulls in, and so the gate is now covered with a door that looks like a very strong, sturdy door.
What did I say? They's trying to hide the truth from us.
The truth is out there.
The truth will set you free.
And the truth lies in that magic bean.
Oh, the bean! Oh, yes,
The
I've
bean!
had my eyes on the bean quite a bit. Oh, yes. So what it does? A bunch of people crowd around the bean and look at it, and someone thinks about poking it, then gets scared and changes their mind because they don't know what it is. There's a bunch of voices go, "Whoa, oh, don't dare!" And so they pull their hand back. Okay.
I come over when the spectacle parts. I come join. I fade into the background while they look at the bean. Flick really wants the bean, but it's okay. I go to Cypress and I go. I think they're buying my accent.
Spot on.
Wow.
Beautiful. It's perfect.
Yeah. But they gotta put it behind a metal door, so
Well, I guess we'll have to wait till the auction then.
we can't steal it in front of everyone. Can we?
We could make it. Where's the guard at currently?
He's behind inside the little
In the
viewing
gate.
area. Yeah, in the gate.
You're aren't you like a royalty or something? A cowboy princess? What is it?
Okay, no, I'm not.
What is it again, Cypress? What house are you from?
In Rutherford?
Yeah, Rutherfordton.
Rub.
I love. You should continue messing it up. I love if you are like, oh, where am I from again?
Can't you pull your rank or something?
I like this is out of character. I don't know.
So
Because,
I would
I
probably
think-
say no at
Yeah, I
this
think
point with the gate being closed. You and especially because you're not lord of this house or even
Yes.
associated with it. You're essentially a visiting guest. That'd
Okay.
be pretty,
If-
forward of you to be like, lift the gate, let me see.
Mm.
I don't know why I'm stuck with that voice.
Okay. What if we just give everybody's attention to something else, like
We-
the bean,
I-
the
that's-
bean.
That was my voice that said, "Look at the bean." I'm diverting. Yeah, I was diverting
I
their.
thought they were
attention.
actually buying it.
My only other. Okay, so we're looking at the situation of look.
Go on, if you want to jump in
We
this
gotta
scene,
group up. We gotta group
go
up.
for it.
Okay. Yeah,
Salvo
maybe-
walks up and Salvo looks very confused and like he doesn't want to say something.
Salvo, you look guilty. What did you do?
I think I may have found a way that we could secure the crown. But it's going to sound crazy at first.
We can flashback to after you have been defeated. He has called you over to meet with the rest of the they're called the Pythians, right? The Pythian League. That's who they are. And he says, we are after the Eternity Armor, much like yourself, but we, I think, have reasons that maybe if you listened would make sense. I don't feel comfortable explaining to you just yet, but I think maybe you are working for the wrong people. And so, now that you have agreed to help us gain access to it, we'll let you in on what we plan on doing, which is going after the highest bidder and jumping them when everything is done. It's not the best of plans, but we definitely use your strength in knocking them out and taking the crown and running away.
I tell you what, I have a counter proposal, but I'm going to need to come back to you in just a minute. Is that cool? Pythian?
I'm interested in hearing your
Pythian League guys?
Yeah. We're interested in hearing proposals. I expect you to abide by. You strike me as a man of honor. I expect you to abide by our bet.
And he puts his hand on Ice Cold's shoulder and he's like, I promised this man that I'd help him win it. And I'm going to do that.
You see him turn away and then turn back.
But I'm going to need to talk to my compatriots. And I think I have a way to cinch this. Cut back to now. So what if we put our money in with Ice Cold's money so that we can make sure that we win this thing?
What?
I told you it would sound crazy. I might have made a gentleman's bet and he won, and I am a man of honor and
okay,
and feelings. And so I feel that I need to help him win this because he did say, I want you to help me win it. What happens after that, my heart cries to think.
I think I have all our problems solved. I think I'm the Lord of 3 houses.
What's
that? I think, so like a flashback. Beck's been like this entire time under the
all your stress. Like,
under the false impression that you can gain lordship by beating up the current lord. So she's been in the background, just like walking to like slapping them with her glove. And it's like, let's fight outside.
Okay. Okay. So are you like going up to the big head of the house?
Yeah,
Lord
just like these like lesser houses.
Okay,
yeah.
lesser.
Yeah.
Okay, noble. Sure. So you remember you're with Squire Vegas, the Swift, who's he's got the hot goss. So he points out some of the lesser lords or knights of the house that aren't the most brave, we'll say. And yes, you walk up and challenge them. It's kind of again like with Salvo, it's an honor thing. And they're honor bound to accept your duel request, not to the death, of course, but and they all like bow out. You go and wait for them. They send seconds or they send like servants and all bow out. They're like afraid. So as a result, you have gained a lot of credibility in the short time that you're here as someone not to
or at least
be,
she
like,
thinks she
messy.
does because she has no idea how this works.
It's more of like you're a scary person and stay away from them is kind of what kind of the rep you're getting. Like you have some sort of magical you don't know, people can sense on your arm there is something weird going on with the chainsaw. I don't think you've like brought it out, but people can detect that glove. Something's going on with that glove you got. And then also they see a very scary looking cudgel on you at all times. And that is also
I think
very
maybe she just
intimidating.
saw like a movie in like medieval where people were like, this is how you do it. Of course, this is how this works. I have no idea.
You remember Army of Darkness, the movie starring Bruce Campbell, where he's like messing with them and stuff like that. So yeah, you take after old Bruce Campbell, after Ash. The chainsaw is in love with this, by the way. Like, go after that guy, go after that guy. Like pointing out people that he wants you to go smack in the face and intimidate. And you do it. Wow. Okay, cool. So yeah, you've got a rep going on with the guests and members of the house. So pretty spooky. What's the plan then? We're back to flash forward to now.
So I those three. She'll point out those three are cowards and they didn't fight me, but I think I won still.
They're all looking at you when you point at them. They look away quickly and like pretend to be talking to each other. But they look scared. Yeah.
They won't bet against us?
Are they betting?
You aren't betting, right?
No.
Okay. That's
Are
a
they
plus
the main
plus.
people though?
They're all wearing.
Salvo has an odd moment of clarity.
So there are three other nobles, if you'll recall: Princess Adoria Fan, Prince Lentil Torth, and Sir Henry the Black.
Yeah, they're in the
the
love
triangle.
triangle, right?
Yes, Squire Vegas told you all three of them are wearing different sigils of each of their houses. So there's some influence going on there, definitely, because they have reported back that there's a woman with a baseball bat that is trying to hit us with the baseball bat, and we're very scared. Please help.
Okay.
Okay.
If we go in with ice cold, how do we get the crown in the end?
Well, we fight it and we take it from him.
And let me.
And
Yes.
you think you see a tear like leak out underneath, and Ice Cold kind of like scratches his face.
Are we ready for that?
How?
I don't know if I am, but it's the best I got.
So
What
are
if-
we supposed to be pulling our money together?
To ensure that we get it.
It's not a bad plan. It could be a good backup if the beam
We have a solid
distraction doesn't
bankroll.
work.
They have a solid bankroll. He's working with the Pythian League. I did find that out. They tried to recruit me. I'm going to try to recruit Ice Cold. I just feel I need to tell you this.
That guy?
Can we talk about that after the crown? Maybe. That seems like a drastic step in a different direction than yesterday.
This is all so fast.
Doesn't he want to kill you?
Listen, the heart wants what the heart wants.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
There's a lot of stuff being dropped on everybody right now from old Salvo. I just want to punch everybody, Salvo. He's got layers.
I'm
people.
looking through my cowboy saying books to see if I have a response to this, and I don't.
If you come up with a response, I'll give you a possibility point. What would Cypress think a good cowboy
God.
response?
Good question. He's flipping through his book right now. He can't figure it out.
All right.
Even the
Save
sun
it for
shines on
later.
a dog's ass every now and again. Sorry,
Colder
I'm from
it
East
is.
Texas, so
Nope, I'm not gonna go there.
Yep.
I can't tell you what it is, but
That's on the table right now, Amber. We can flash back to your
No,
response
no,
if you can think
this
of
is
one. but
this is
we
like
can move
right now
along.
trying to like process what we're going to do though.
Sure. Okay. So everybody think, let's fast forward to I've been using a lot of flashbacks. I think they're a great narrative device for tabletop games. So let's jump ahead to the gala itself, if everyone's cool with that. And then we'll come up with the plan
I love it. Okay.
mid-heist.
Yep.
Yeah? Okay, cool. So forward. It's now the evening. You're all dressed in your noble fancy wear, or just your fancy wear in general. And the gala has happened or begun. You arrive fashionably late, 10, 15 minutes or so. Is that how fashionable? I know nothing about anything. So maybe that's fashionably late. Probably fashionably late generally is like an hour later. Whatever. This is nonsense. You get there a little bit late, so everything is already in swing. Okay. So it's a classy, but also slightly wild affair. There's a buffet, and there's lots of like fancy looking foods where anyone can go and make a plate and kind of serve themselves. There's two large open bars on either end of the room. It's a big room. Like it's kind of the court fancy
Mhm.
area. There's a small section for like gambling. You see
Oh.
card games. You see like dice games in the corner. There are waiters walking around with hors d'oeuvres and flutes of champagne, and we can just grab one of those. And there's a table in front of that back area where the crown is, and all the items. You've already seen this. There's the items all spread out. Bidding is anonymous, though whenever a new high bid comes in, there is an announcement made by a herald who has kind of like an amplified voice. And as you enter, that herald says, Sir Cypress of Lord Ruthingfordton and attendants. And everyone turns and looks at you. And you wave and cheer. Nice. Yeah. Very striking. You hear murmurs about the helmet that Salvo is wearing. It's impressed murmurs,
Oh.
I'll say. They like the bronzemanship, the craft gone into it. Scanning the room, you can quickly identify and see the other bidders. So Lord of the House, Lord Ultium, is by the buffet. It seems like he's waiting for them to bring out a tray of another like food, like he's eyeing it and doing some of this, like ooh, waiting for the food to come out. He's excited for whatever that dish is. Darthaniel is the man nobody knows a lot about. He's sitting at a table by himself. Looks kind of like scanning everyone. He's got like a brooding kind of thing going on, and he's drinking an ambered color drink out of a glass. Ulf, the goblin, and a bunch of other goblins are kind of hanging out at one of the bars, and they are like, I'll buy you a drink to anyone that comes over, even though it's an open bar. They seem really tickled by the concept of an open bar.
Okay.
I think we should have a drinking game with the
We
goblins.
should, 100%.
Yep. Let's do
Absolutely.
It now.
Okay, great.
Yeah, Salvo and Beck, go do that.
I was about to say,
Sure, we'll get to that.
Flick's a lightweight. She may go gamble people out of some money.
The Starman is surrounded by a
Oh.
large group of people. You can't see him, but you do hear what sounds like singing and a lute, and then every now and then the music stops and there's like polite applause. Princess Adoria Fan is at one of the dice tables with a large group around her, and you hear her exclaiming like "woohoo" or "damn it," like just a mix of winning and losing kind of screams. Definitely sounds like she's the center of attention at the dice table. Prince Lentil Tarth is also like Darthaniel sitting at a table by himself drinking. He looks pretty sullen and upset, and you see as you're watching him, someone comes over and tries to talk to him, and he kind of gives a curt response and then just continues staring off into the distance, and they eventually walk away from him. And Sir Henry the Black is in a corner, like admiring a sword that someone has showed him. Like there's a bunch of people with their swords out, like, look at mine now, sir. Look at mine. Oh, so it's the old sword comparison that's happening. That classic medieval pastime of everybody showing off their sweet swords. Classic.
So glad we've moved past that macho era.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Flick, as we like descend, I'm guessing down a flight of stairs, like into this.
Yes, exactly.
Whatever.
Into the-
Flick goes, maybe we should get them drunk, so they can't bet. Too drunk to bet.
Too drunk to bet.
Too drunk to bet.
Yeah.
I think you could play the love triangle against one another. Distract them. I mean, look at them. Should
And they're
definitely
all
get those
drinking.
goblins drunk.
Who's drinking? Who are you
Goblins
asking?
are drinking, right?
Goblins are drinking and having a grand old time.
Well, the princess is over there rolling dice. Maybe we can cause some conflict. I look at Cypress like,
Tell the prince it's obvious that she wants him. All he has to do is go and take her.
Whoa.
Present himself. She's obviously playing hard to get.
Salvo, you've really over the last 24 hours found your way through romance.
It is a door that
sounds-
has been long shut to me. It's like discovering a new room in your house.
I live in a van. And I look at Cypress and I like loop arms with Cypress and I walk over towards the dice table, leaving them to deal with the drinking shenanigans.
Oh my gosh. Are the items in this area?
So yeah, all four of them, the items you named, are spread out. The crown is still behind the gate. The door is now open again, and there are 2 guards now, one on either side of it, and people are sporadically going over to get a closer look at it and then moving on.
I mean, here's an idea. What if I disguise one of us to be a guard? Get close to the item that we need, not even deal with this shenanigans. I'm just throwing it out here.
That's genius.
That's great.
I
Like I catch you right before you go to the gambling table.
I'm like, Flick has to roll dice so bad.
Can we still get the goblins drunk though?
Yes, we could still do that. That could be part of the plan. It's so elaborate.
But let's pool our money. Let's say we're pooling our money. Use the rest of it to try to get the eagle.
All right, let's flash back. You're with Quinn Sebastian. He goes, I mean, I've got money all over the place. I don't know how much we can get out of the budget here. What is the currency in Asyle? Let's see. Is there an official currency? I should have looked this up in Torg.
It's got to be like coins or
monies. I heard.
Yeah,
once.
I assume it's some sort of coin. Is there like a silly name for it? A Dartherins? No,
Dirthingtons.
Dirthingtons. Go with the Rutherford.
We're the minters of Rutherford.
Sure, they're called Dirths. Dirthingtons, Dirths for short.
Dirths.
And Dirths, yeah. So cool. Let me. My letter to Ulysses is growing longer by the minute.
Great.
So right now the bidding is 2,500 Dirths for the crown, 250 Dirths for the conch of seawater. 300 Dirths, I'm going to say it every time, for the sleepy music box. 1,000 Dirths for the magical bean. 1,000 Dirths. And I'm
going to type all this out, y'all.
500 Dirths for the whistle that can call the eagle at the moment. And so Quinn Sebastian is like, I don't know. Budget's tight. I would rather you get get it by other means. You know, you're a group that kind of plays things but not by the book in a lot of ways, so I can give you 1,000, and then anything. And if you bring it back, then maybe. And the mage hand gives a thumbs up. Like, maybe you can borrow the breastplate for a little bit.
So how much did Lord Farthington pay us, since the crown wasn't even part of the thing and we escorted him back?
I mean, he's like, I got you an entrance to begin with. We can make some rolls if you want to get some money out of him.
The crown was 3,000, yeah?
The crown's at 2,500.
2,500.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not that far off.
Guess we should gamble? Oh, but we could lose all of our money. Ouch.
Or you could get tons of it.
That's
just saying, if we do the
steal the crown.
Steal the crown and throw in with ice cold.
I've got an idea.
Oh boy, let's hear it.
I point over to the food table where we flash back to Flick much earlier eating food off of this table. This is her flashback. And on this table is some kind of like bean salad.
Okay.
Yes, an Asyle, the
classic, yeah.
The 3-bean salad.
A cold 3-bean salad. Okay.
Just bacon and like a nice like sharp cheese in it. Okay.
And
I can make an awesome 3-bean salad.
Okay. And Flick goes, what if we switch the beans? And
Why?
then wait for it.
Oh my
Then we use this bean to cause a big old distraction, and then we steal the crown.
What does the bean do?
Cypress is putting his head in his hands.
No, that sounds
I
like a
think
good idea.
it's a
That's-
good idea.
I mean, I'm
I
not
hold
sure we
up a
should-
cold bean.
Does it look like the other
glistening.
beans?
It looks
Yeah,
just
exactly. Like you were by that bean salad for way too like half an hour, just sorting
might-
through.
I might have sorted through it and found this one and hung on to it just in case.
The problem is we don't know what this bean, the magic bean, does.
Well, nobody else does either. So it's
And just think, if the distraction
Mhm.
doesn't work, at least people will know that
So
the,
what's
the items are fake.
the distraction? It sounds like a stealth swapping bean.
Well,
situation
why
here.
don't you
you
let-
you
why
said
don't you
I
let-
like the
why don't-
security guard.
Why don't you let
I can.
yeah.
Oh, I can. Oh,
you do the security guard? You do the security guard, Cypress,
Okay.
and Beck and I will cause a distraction with the goblins. We get a bunch of goblins drunk. It's gonna get rowdy.
Mhm.
You'll know the signal
Yeah.
when you hear it. When you hear a goblin fly across the room screeching, that's the signal.
Okay.
Okay.
And what do I do again? What pray tell am I doing again?
It's
I
time
put
for
a-
shift change.
Cold bean into your hand.
I'm-
And I close it up and I go, you're going to look like one of them. And I point to the security guards and you're going to go over to collect the item.
Time to
Check it. Yeah, inspect the beans and you're going to swap them. Is that a stealth or is that a trick? Because if it's trick, we ought to let Flick do it.
I'm disguising myself, so I don't know if that'll help.
That's true. I
I
don't
can also
know.
disguise
Where's the skill
you.
list?
I mean,
I feel like we're straying away.
I mean,
from
let's
the
be real.
goal
My
here.
cover is solid. I don't need a full-on disguise.
I'll accept trick if you want to use trick to sleight
Okay.
of hand it.
That would be my tricking or I was gonna see if I have anything else. I think that would be 14.
You roll. Oh, did you go? Okay.
No,
This
no,
is
I didn't
happening?
roll, but
Are
I
we-
would have.
okay.
I think this is
this
whatever
happening?
this
This is what-
bean swapping.
Okay, I'm gonna try to
scenario's
swap the
happening.
bean. Okay, I'm gonna try to swap the bean.
Okay,
do you want a
you're
distraction first? or
swapping-
do you
Yep,
want-
I do.
Okay.
We
So
go
then we
around the
need to-
corner so I can make the great change. Y'all start the distraction.
So
okay.
yeah, Beck and Salvo go over to the goblins.
One of them immediately says, "Let me buy you a drink."
I challenge you
Oh,
to a drinking contest.
oh,
Yes.
you.
Me and my
drinking-
friend
Okay.
against you and your best friend.
Oh, my best friend. You're gonna make me choose a best friend?
Well, that's the first conflict.
Oh boy.
Oh no,
That's
which
gonna
one
be
of
a
you
hard
is
one.
a?
Put me on the spot here. I mean,
Uh-huh.
everybody's my best friend. I'm friends with everybody. I'm best friends with everybody. So this is a random choice I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
This person is not necessarily my best friend. It is
the person
like
you
I
would
said,
choose first.
I'm gonna
before
close
anyone
my
else.
eyes even, and he closes his eyes and does this, and he goes, "You," and it's Torg. Oh, Torg. No, God, so bad
Torg?
at names.
Torg?
No, not Torg. Cork. Cork. His name is Cork. Cork. I choose you.
All right.
You will be my drinking companion against this guy. He doesn't even know how to describe you. He's so taken aback by your costumes. I assume you're some sort of lord or king in this area, dressed as you are.
3 times,
3-time king.
Lord.
Three-time lord. Yes. Oh, I've heard of you. You're very frightening. I imagine you'll be very frightening at drinking as well.
I've been world champion once.
World champion drinking.
Salvo, and he shoves a big paw like right in the goblin's face. Like,
Ulf. He accepts your paw and shakes it with his own paw. It's a paw handshake.
and I give him that shake where he like hops up and down.
Yeah.
like, as I'm shaking him.
He doesn't
Like,
miss a beat. Like his hopping is perfect. Like he is not intimidated by this attempt. It seems like it's something he's used to.
Good.
Okay. So drinking. Okay, let's have drinking contest in Torg Eternity. So we'll make this a contest again. This might be a survival check. No. Survival. That's not really it. This might be. I might be willing to say it's a willpower check. You know what I mean?
Cool.
For a drinking
Okay.
contest, I feel like that's
willing to
not
take that,
necessary.
yeah.
It's
Keep
like
focused?
a mixture
Yeah.
of like a mixture.
Yeah.
Your body can hold up with it. How much can your spirit and will hold up?
How
with
much can you push your body past the point where it
Yeah,
doesn't want
exactly. So, yeah, I mean, you've walked into a 7-Eleven really drunk, and there's a cop there, so you just kind of like turn it off. And I'm just a guy here for a Slurpee. That's all I'm here for. Definitely not referencing.
I'm
some
just going to
anime.
pull a 180 right at the front door and go back to my car.
Okay, Ulf the Goblin. Great. So so we'll do a contest. Who's squaring up with so we got, is it Salvo versus Ulf and Beck versus Cork?
Cork.
What
Yeah.
we're doing
Yeah.
with?
Let's do.
Okay,
I'll drink Cork.
get his willpower. So
How
these
can the drink
guys,
flow with a cork in the works?
they
Come
look
on.
like they've been drinking, but they also look like they know their way around some alcohol. And Ulf says, goblins do two things: tinker and drink. And then he takes a shot of what's a cool kind of Asyle liquor. Cypress, what do you think?
Oh, I mean, dragon's breath.
Dragon's breath, not just a shotgun shell. It's it's that amber liquid. In fact, you recognize that was the same amber liquid that Darthaniel was drinking. They have the best dragon's breath in all the land here.
Looks like Fireball.
Looks like fire. Sure, it's got a slight cinnamon kind of taste to it. Okay, so here we go. This is Ulf is now rolling against Salvo. This is a willpower roll. Ulf has rolled. Oh boy. Ulf has not rolled well. Ignore that it says Nile Emperor Trooper. But Salvo rolled even worse.
Oh no!
Oh wow. Okay. So
Wait,
Ulf
can I use a
5,
possibility on that?
Salvo rolled a 4. Yeah, you can. You can.
I'm going to use a possibility on this drinking game.
Yeah, so describe what happens right here. You take your shot and it does not bode like, oh boy, that like, what is your facial expression as this happens, and how do you recover to spend a possibility? Yeah.
So Salvo, thinking this is, it kind of smells cinnamony like Fireball, and he's like, oh, this is just fine. And it hits the back of his throat, and it's that moment where you're in the bar and everybody's watching, and he verps a little bit, but thankfully he has a helmet on. And he just kind of like raises the glass up, so he turns his face away from everyone and kind of just swallows, just like, and like chokes it down.
Aha. So this is also, we'll say this is like the 6th drink. You all can go through it pretty simply.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. 17.
And then he
Destroys
slams it
Ulf's
down.
5. Yeah. So you've been they set up like a table is brought out for all of you, and a crowd has gathered around, and you slam it down, and Ulf slams his down, and then Ulf kind of wavers, and he just kind of like they bring out the next shots, and he kind of waves it away. He's kind of like in this recovery, like just trying to stay upright. You're not sure what he's going to do next. Meanwhile, Beck is also drinking off with Cork, and let's get some rolls here.
All right.
How does Cork
Alrighty,
do?
right.
Cork has rolled a 5. Okay, my poor goblins, you're so bad at drinking the alcohol. All right, so Beck, you soundly like go 1 for 1 with Cork, and drink Cork like in a bottle of wine is what it is.
I think she's gonna do that little ass up, like kind of like get real close to him, and kind of just go like this, just so he has to like. It's like, how many more you got in you?
He is getting more and more annoyed by you by the moment. Like this is not very polite. We're trying to have a friendly competition, and as you can
this is a competition. This is a fight.
Oh,
come on!
You continue getting into his face and kind of teasing him. He's like, "Rah!" And then he starts to like push the table, like he's trying to flip it over, and then Ulf, seeing Cork trying to do something and being the best friend that he is, immediately also starts to try and flip over the table. And between the two of them, they throw it and like drinks fall over, and there's a lot of smashing sounds, glass is breaking, and then like there's a collective turn towards that corner of the room. It seems like everybody is looking at whatever that commotion is. The dice game stops. All the waiters briefly stop and look over. Everybody seems to be looking in that direction. You're muted.
I said perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. I go, quick, make me a security guard.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I don't know why. Okay, fine. I'm gonna roll disguise. I have the disguise spell, so I'll roll alteration.
Sure. Do you
Oh.
can disguise her to look like somebody else here if you want, even, or you can disguise her to look like someone else entirely.
What was the plan? You wanted to look like a guard?
I think I
Oh,
think I have to
guard?
look like
Okay.
security so that I can get close without
Yes.
Okay.
question.
Sure.
Yeah. So yes. So we go
So-
behind some tapestries, I guess, so this
Oh,
no
yeah.
one can see this.
Perfect.
There are many tapestries.
And I rolled a 13 for the alteration.
What
check.
is the spell? What are the...
Disguise is magic 12 alteration, and it is basically 10 minutes.
5 minutes? 10 minutes?
10
Yeah.
minutes to look like one of the guards.
Dunzo. Flick, you look like a guard.
Flick goes strolling with the bean in her pocket.
This
can
is
I
gonna
roll?
be, yeah. So I will say that it would have been more difficult had all this not happened, but it is currently a 16 to snag this and switch them out.
A 16 trick.
16 trick, yes. You have possibilities unless you roll a 1.
I do. Here we go. That was not good.
Okay.
I am going to use a possibility point. Man, our rolls today, y'all.
Everybody's rolls.
Original roll was a 5.
So you rolled an 8, which means you're gonna have to roll pretty well. Remember,
I'm
you
gonna
have cards. Everybody can play your
Let's
cards.
see.
You're not.
Right, let me see if I've got anything. I don't. No, I don't, because oh. Yes, no, I can. Hang on. Play to any other character's total. That's not helpful.
I mean, I can.
Yeah, can we say that Salvo is playing his supporter card
Okay.
in his help? That's
What does
plus
that do?
3 to any roll.
Okay, +3. Okay, so that 8 becomes 11.
Okay.
Or we'll add the 3 to your end. So if you
To the end after
Yeah,
I
that-
use the
yeah, everything,
possibility.
yeah.
Okay, perfect. No modifier. My roll we said was a 11. No, no. 8.
your roll was a 5.
So
14
plus the
which
3 makes it a
means
17.
3 more makes it a 17. So you are able to slyly, quickly, without anyone noticing, switch the beans. Like the changes between these two beans. You spent a lot of time sorting through that bean salad to find one that is near identical. Like, and it was like a back and forth thing. You were
Mhm.
walking over to the other bean, getting in close, getting a good look, walking back to the bean salad, kind of scooping around. People were coming up to you and being like, can I have some of that? And what did you say back to them?
Sure. And I scoop it and put it on their plate.
Like,
for
but
them.
it's like a particular scoop where you're avoiding
yeah,
specific
mhm.
beans.
Yeah, I serve people the bean salad so I can make sure they don't take the beans I haven't sorted.
Yes, you. Yeah, and they're like, thanks. Okay, cool. So you switch it out. Yeah, you now have the magical bean that does something that nobody knows what it does.
Okay. Oh yeah. I go straight back to Cyprus and I go, I got the bean.
There's an announcement as you say that to Cyprus that the crown is now at 3,500 deaths.
What do you think? Is it? Can I get a little bit of water? And I go over to the side
Oh my god.
and I'm gonna put water on it and see if it works.
Okay.
Water
second-
activated bean.
Sure. You put the bean in the water and it immediately doubles in size, but then nothing happens for a moment.
Like,
So now it's like the size of like a baseball.
No. It's like a just it's like, you know, those dinosaurs that you put water on them and
Yeah,
then
they
get
just
a little
swell
bit
up.
bigger.
Oh.
So yeah, it kind of like swells up to double the
It's not
size.
Very
Something
magic-
is happening. Like you can feel kind of like a little bit of a vibration in your hand, but whatever's happening, like that is all that's happened for now. Like you
I
can
hope
still
it-
feel something is happening,
Okay.
but it's,
Um.
it's not happening immediately.
Well, I go over there. This is a fancy place. They've got to have houseplants.
Oh yeah, there's beautiful house.
I go over to one of the house plants now that it's like double the size, and I dig a hole and I stick it in the dirt and I cover it back up.
Yeah, it's the whole thing starts to rumble, but again, it's like a mild vibration. You can feel
Right.
it, but whatever's happening, it's still going to take some time for it to happen more. Meanwhile, a servant approaches Cyprus and goes over to him and says, "Lord Ruthingfordton,
Got it. Nailed it.
the Starman has requested an audience."
Oh, what? Starman? Okay. Yeah. I'll follow because
Okay.
I am about ready to cry. Cypress is about ready to cry watching this bean switcheroo happen. Going, why? What?
So, yeah, you go over and the audience kind of parts, and there's a man playing the lute, a man that you know as Starman, a high like wizard, the man who gave you that book of cowboys.
Okay.
The man who in that when you were younger, he's wearing a flowing midnight like black robe. It seemed shiny. There's like stars embroidered on it. And as you get closer, you know him as Starman. Everyone on Core Earth knows him as singer-songwriter David Bowie. And he goes, oh man, I practiced this all day. Well. If it isn't Cypress of House Ruthingfordton. Is that accurate?
Yes, Starman. Perfectly accurate. Ruthingfordton.
You've gone. I'm fucking this. Oh, all right. Thank you. Yeah. And he says, "All right, people, show is over." My apologies to the state of David Bowie and all of his fans. And the crowd disperses, and he says, "Leave your Dirthingtons in the hats." And there's a hat filled with coins that he picks up, and he puts it on his head, and no coins fall out. And he turns to you and says, "Yeah, Cypress, it's been a while since we've spoken, since I've shared secrets of the core Earth with you," which is what I also call it, the core Earth, and inspired you, as I can see by your yellow hat and from rumors that I've heard. I understand you're working for the Delphi Council now. Is that
This
correct?
is true. Actually, and I'm looking around to see if anybody's like listening in on us. If like has everybody dispersed?
Mm-mm. So when you get close, he snaps his fingers, and there's like a bubble kind of forms, like an imaginary bubble, and your voices don't carry any further. You recognize
Gotcha.
this as a spell.
Yes, I'm now okay. Well, I'm
Oh,
now. Yes,
excellent
okay. I'm gonna
accent.
drop it though because we're here
Oh.
now. So yes, I am now working with the Delphi Council, and actually, we're here tonight for a special reason.
Oh, what
And
reason
I
is that?
motion my head towards the golden crown.
Ah, yes, quite an artifact that crown is it
It's
not?
very special.
I could tell it was worn once by one of the kings of this land,
What?
King Arthur.
I was going to say it was a King Arthur.
I served him as Merlin, you know.
Yes, I've heard so many times a story, Starman.
David Bowie is Merlin.
Canon.
Canon.
So look, I need it. Going back into my accent. It feels so comfortable now.
You need it, and I need an apprentice, good Cypress. I offer you a bargain.
Oh.
I will win the crown, and I will let your Delphi Council have it, in exchange for you joining me as my apprentice. You can learn from Merlin, or David Bowie, whichever you prefer. Probably the latter. That he plays his lute.
So he says this offer, and I'm looking over at Flick, who is watching a pot of dirt. Cut to a scene where I'm watching Salvo and Beck drinking with
Like
goblins.
loudly arguing and pointing at the goblins at this point because the table's been thrown over and there's like shouts of cheating going on and yeah, Beck is just like doing this.
The offer is very tempting. Out of character, Rudy. What happens if I do take this bargain? Do I leave the Delphi Council?
Oh, I don't know, Amber. Maybe we can talk about that if you accept.
Oh.
How bad do you want the crown for the Delphi Council? Do you have any counter proposals for David?
Good question.
Merlin?
So basically, what's going through Cypress's mind right now is like we need help. Like obviously, badly. And of course, I really want to talk with my group first about it.
Okay, he says you do not need to decide right now, Cypress. If you wish to discuss with your companions, I will allow it. But I would like an answer before the auction ends.
Time check for auction.
Plot amount of time left.
Great. Okay. I would like to go do that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. The magical bean, like the vibration's gotten a little bit more like big and loud, but it's still not noticeable to anyone unless they're like staring at this potted plant. So something's still in the works going on there, but it doesn't seem like anything's going to happen immediately.
Flick is still
Goblin-
dressed as a
Yeah.
security guard, right?
You're still guard. Yeah, that should last for another 5
Great.
-ish
I've
minutes.
planted that bean. We're
Mhm.
going back. I want to go back over near all of the stuff and stand real close so when it's the perfect time I can try to snatch that crown.
So you can't get to the crown. The crown is behind like the gate with the guards still.
There's like a key to get in. Like, what do I need? Maybe that's. Let me scout the situation because if I'm dressed as security, I can at least get closer to the security guards.
Sure,
right?
you get closer and the guards kind of glance at you, then just get back into what they've been doing. Just kind of, they don't even pay attention to you.
Great, that's perfect. Do they have like keys on them?
You don't notice anything like immediately on them.
Okay. I'm still gonna stay near the stuff, as close to the stuff as I can, and pose as security.
Okay, so you're standing
it.
outside the gate with
Yeah,
your
yeah.
spear, kind of. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The goblins are like, they've accused you of cheating. They knocked over the table. People are booing them at this point. They're kind of upset that they're sore losers, and they've kind of like gone back to their group, and they're all kind of fuming in the corner. They didn't want to like start a fight. Like they argued and they yelled at you and they pointed, but they didn't try and hit you or draw weapons or anything like that. So they're over in the corner, like I said, fuming and shooting venomous glances at you.
Salvo lets out a victorious roar.
Oh, there's applause. There's applause for both of you and having bested the goblins in the drinking contest. It was very impressive. You see in the distance, Ice Cold is watching, and you look around the room and you catch his eyes for a second, and he just gives you a nod.
And Salvo just raises a glass to him.
You do a lot more smoothly in game.
No. That was
Oh, no,
intentional.
okay. It was like-
that was completely intentional.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It's physical comedy. Don't worry about it.
Oh, thanks. Gotcha. So is Cypress gathering everybody then?
Yeah. So I'll go up
easily
to
gathered.
well, I've lost track of guard. I mean, I could probably spot her out, but
I have my spear is the wrong way up. That's how you know it's
Point down. Yeah.
point down. Yeah, because
Yeah.
safety
yeah,
first.
I'll tap the guard. Hey, guard, we need your attention over here.
Righto, governor.
Fall,
Security on the way.
and then go over to the goblins and get Salvo and Beck and just say, okay, look, things are getting a little bit, we're running amok here. We gotta pull this all together. So I've got another what? Okay,
beat
all
him.
right.
Mhm.
I applaud your efforts. All of you are fantastic at what you are doing. However, what you're doing right now is not getting us closer to our goals. So, I have a proposal, much like Ice Cold's proposal, but maybe with less fighting. Starman's here. I say knowingly, like you should know who
What?
Starman is. Starman's here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Righto.
He's an amazing mage. One time he turned a dragon inside out with just the power of his voice alone. So, but he wants me to as his apprentice. I have an awesome opportunity here. He'll get the crown for us if
Oh.
I go and be his apprentice, which means I would have to leave the Delphi
Oh.
Council.
But then you don't get to work with us anymore.
I know, but and I kind of like look at the situation. I look over at the pot. What's happening with the bean?
Nothing. Doesn't
Just
seem like
shake it.
much.
Not
Okay.
yet.
I thought that the plan was everything was going according to
Yeah,
plan
we,
so
we,
far.
we got him drunk and we're about to fight them.
You did
And-
make
and
plans.
I planted the bean. I watered it too.
You
So,
did
do
all
you
make
really-
plans.
Did
This
you
is
want to
true.
leave?
No, I don't. I'm just saying this is like a last like if we can't get the crown soon, we have plot amount of time left, and the gold is that what is it at 3,500
3,500
Durthers originals. So that's what I'm saying is like we got to figure this out. We got you in disguise. Perfect. That's all I got. I'm not an ideas man. I just know what an idea is bad.
So we're still not fighting the goblins then.
That's a sad turn of affairs.
Oh,
They're flipping tables. Look at them.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
So-
This Starman, is he cool? Would this be a cool thing for you?
It would be a very cool thing, but also what's cool is being able to travel with the three of y'all.
Well, what if we wait till somebody else wins it and we just take it from them?
that was Ice Cold's plan.
That was
Oh,
That's why I wanted to help Ice Cold win it, and then we take it from them. At least we know the target at that point.
What if we use our what are they called? Chit birds. What are they called?
Durthers.
Durthers. Oh,
Yes.
our Durthers for something else, and I gestured to Dearths for something else, and I gestured to the two remaining items. Make them think we're not interested in the crown, and then we set ourselves up to steal it from whoever actually buys it.
okay. So
At that
let's-
moment, a voice announces, "The bird-shaped whistle that summons a giant bald eagle that can carry 4 people is now at 999 deaths."
all right,
Okay, I
everybody.
say we put 1,000 on
Quick
that.
bid on it.
Yeah,
Eagle.
I raised
And-
my little the little paddle I wait, no, it's
anonymous.
a silent auction. It's a
Anonymous,
silent
yeah.
auction. Yeah,
Yeah.
So I'll go up and drop some Durthers off.
Dirts. Whatever.
Dearths of
Durths.
You sign the paper, and it's 1,000 deaths, and there's an announcement, and then you hear a voice say, "Well, I dare say there shan't be any bids over that."
And then I will go over to Ice Cold and be like, "You have 1,000 Durths."
I do.
You said you wanted to win it.
It's currently 3,500, and 1,000 is less than that.
Oh no! I'm saying I'm offering 1,000 Durths
You're
on
offering
top
me
of what you
1,000.
already have.
Oh, well, that would put us over 3,500. Do
You
let me
said
see
you
the
wanted me to
deaths.
help you win it.
I
Did you
do.
not?
I do want you to help me. If
I
that
taught-
means you giving me dearths, then
Ice
please.
Cold, can I talk to you?
Yes, let us talk.
And he casually strolls over to the bar, away from the others.
Okay.
What hold do they have on you?
What hold does the Delphi Council have on you?
Well, they gave me 5% on the back end plus merchandising rights. So, I mean,
I get 10, and I don't have to do any marketing for them.
I mean, I don't have to do marketing either.
Oh. Well, that does sound like a good deal then. But 10 is more than 5. I think maybe I have best. Also, I get a per diem that is, it's so much, I have money left over after eating like a king.
Well, I mean, per diems are one thing, but guarantees are another.
I
The
mean,
bonuses we get, what will it take, Ice Cold? Why don't you come over to this side?
we got to make some checks. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? This is a persuasion check. There's no question. That's what this is.
Oh yeah, I'm being earnest. I want to try to convert them.
This is not a trick. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough one because you did make him your nemesis, and he has worked for them for a while now. So I'm gonna set it at 16. Yeah, 16 is the target number, the DN.
All right, we'll see what happens.
You have rolled a -4. So that is a 1.
Oh, you gotta work on flirting.
Oh,
that's so funny.
Yeah. So he says no.
I mean, like no, or just like
No, with an exclamation point, and he says, "You should come over to the Pythian League. We're fighting the good fight. We will win back Core Earth from the High Lords. The Delphi League is run by a madman who cares more about his cigars than about saving this planet. Make the right choice. Come, join us." And he is going to attack your willpower.
oh my.
To do something. Does a 16 hit your willpower?
My willpower is 10.
Oh boy. Oh, I didn't even have to roll the possibility. What happens? What happens, Pruitt, do you think? He has turned your thoughts to maybe joining the Pythian League. This is a huge I'm taking a lot of agency away from you. But what can we do mechanically then to make maybe checks to help the Delphi Council just for the remainder of this act are at a disadvantage or something like that? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, yes, that sounds fine.
Does that sound fine? I do not want to take any agency away from you or how you want to play Salvo, but you played the romance card. So
Oh no, totally.
let's keep running with this. Like, his offer sounds pretty sweet, and you know that Quinn Sebastian was kind of a dick with the whole breastplate thing, and
Yeah, he
then
was.
continued kind of rubbing it into you. Because
kind
with
of
the
was.
cigars. So maybe Delphi, maybe the Pythian League are the real good guys, and so you're kind of unsure.
So yeah, he's totally it's now down to the man versus the mission.
Yeah,
So,
sure. He looks at you and he says, "Think about it," and then he walks away. Back to the plant. The rumbling, and now you're all keeping an eye on it, but nobody else kind of will notice. It is visibly bouncing back and forth right now. And if any of you go closer, you can see the sprout of a plant already coming up. And if anyone would like, they can use science or scholar to try and determine what kind of plant this could be.
Oh, hot dog. I can do that. I do have science. A 16.
Okay.
Is that what that says? Yeah, roll was an 18.
This is a giant sequoia tree seed, which is the largest type of tree in the world.
Okay, and it's magical?
It is growing at a rate that no giant sequoia tree should be growing at.
I, under my breath, I say, grow, little bean, grow.
As if it is listening to you, you see it start to sprout up further.
Perfect.
All right, we got this magic bean tree. how do we use it to our benefit?
You could probably drag at this point. You could probably drag this plant if someone strong was to carry it over somewhere. You could probably do that and put it someplace else before it turns insanely large.
I mean, we could aim the potted plant at the gate.
All right.
Okay, I'm here
All right.
for this.
That's the best.
Yeah,
that's the best idea I've
That's
heard
a
all
guess.
night.
Yeah.
Although I guess the bean planting was a good idea. Thank you, Flick.
Okay.
Sorry I ever doubted you.
So I'll say you can do this. You can cut off the other plant and then hide it underneath a table and point it at an angle that it will smash through the gate and explode outwards. Does this seem like a good, like, you guys tell me? I hate to lead anybody
How
on.
tall is the roof
That is-
here?
Oh,
I mean, is this old school like vaulted ceiling?
yeah,
castle?
exactly. Yes, very much so. Like very much the
I
old
mean,
style, like old school style.
The other thing is, do we wait for it to grow up and collapse the ceiling down and in the chaos?
Also very possible.
That was
Also
kind
good.
of my original plan, was to like
Yeah.
wait till it gets big enough where people are like, "There's a tree in here," and then all their attentions are onto the tree. Then we just, I don't know, manhandle our way through the gate situation.
I mean, you all, even those of you that don't have a lot of or any kind of magic, like just there is an aura around that gate and things like it seems very, very strong, and it would be very difficult to get into by trying to manhandle it or whatever. Like by force, by regular blunt force, getting in would be difficult. So
Does it?
I say we use blunt force Trema. Nah, that was bad. That was
no, that was good.
That was good.
A possibility
really good.
point. I'm giving you a possibility point. I liked it. That was good.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna break in with the tree, but how do we get him away from the gate?
Get what?
I mean, by this time, it's like our cover's
Guards.
blown. So who cares? We could shock them. We could.
What? I get gasp. What do you mean?
What? I mean, and then I like static electricity shows up in my hand a
Oh,
little bit, sparking. It's like, I mean, we can knock them out this way too.
Oh, and I show my glove. It does.
Oh.
Well, we could, go upstairs and just zap them.
Yep.
I could pretend to turn on y'all and use ice cold to help us get in there.
oh,
Oh, and then we could blame it on ice cold.
Oh,
Yes.
That's perfect.
Frame
And
them.
and Salvo looks away, unsure.
Oh,
It's just like,
Poor guy.
will I pretend?
Now I don't have to go off with Starman. I look at Starman. He's beautiful.
he's got a champagne glass and he raises it and looks at you and nods and drinks from his champagne glass.
Tip my hat.
Oh,
All right. Tree.
Who's
All right.
carrying the
so
tree?
let's go over the plan. It is to bring
Okay.
the tree and hide it at an angle that no one will notice it until it's too late and it explodes outward and busts open the gate, right? Is that my understanding?
I
Hopefully.
think so, but I was
I
thinking
think
that goes after us shocking the two guards, because then we can just go over there and place it without as much notice.
So do you want to put it like right next to the gate or do you want to hide it in a way that no one will notice until it's like too late?
I thought
kind
it
of
would
thing?
probably be a good idea to hide the tree, have it bust through at the
And
time
then
that
get
it
the
busts through.
guards.
Then we
Then we
shock
run
them,
in and shock
and
them.
then
Got it.
yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
We
Cool.
high five.
High five. Group high
Do you
five.
want that momentary distraction of getting a goblins getting beat up?
You could throw goblins around.
Can do.
Peck just wants to beat up some guy.
You can
Uh,
cause
yeah,
a
was promised to
cause
fight.
a riot.
Yeah,
Pick
Salvo
one, give
will
her a fight.
move the potted plant then. It'll probably
Tell-
shake up.
tell-
So we'll need a stealth check from someone to move the potted plant.
Ooh.
Okay.
I mean,
Stealth.
You are so, and also your guard disguise has worn off at this point.
It wears off as I'm dragging this plant with an 11.
We can say beforehand. 11. That's not going to do it. I was thinking 12. So if you spend a possibility, then you're
Can
good.
we
I
play
could do it.
cards too?
You can play cards, yeah.
I have a
Um,
+3 thing.
Okay. If you
what?
wanna play
Hang
that
on,
instead.
hang on to that, because I think we're gonna need it for the combat. I got plenty
Okay.
of possibility. I'll go ahead and
Okay.
spend one of those.
Got
Okay.
it.
My roll was 12. Making that a 19.
Okay, so there's a side table with a guest book on it where people can write fun notes to the Lord. And you're able to turn over the pot and angle it in a way that it will bust open the gate and then
Nice.
continuing going upwards and outwards. So there'll be plenty of room for you to get in there and grab the crown and then go wherever you wish.
As my disguise wears off and I like get it into place, can I write something in the guest book?
Oh, absolutely. What do you want to write?
Flick is going to write as ice cold. I stole your crown.
Whoa!
Ice cold. I'm gonna try to set up to frame him.
Oh man, I love it
classic,
so much. But I don't think you need to make a check for that.
Great. I will,
good to
but
go.
yeah, Flick's just like ice cold.
I think that's so fun. Yeah. All right. Fine. Oh, geez. But then will Salvo see it? Is there a way we can get Salvo to see it? Maybe not. Whatever. Okay. So you can all just hang out and wait patiently until it erupts, and you can tell that that's kind of what we're going. It's going to happen. It's going to grow, and then explode outwards. Like Cypress, you're able to kind of gauge that, just kind of looking at it. Or do you want to do something? Is Beck going to go smack some goblins, or tell me what's happening? Okay.
Yep. It's going to be a diversion of some kind. Not entirely sure.
Sure. Are you waiting for the eruption, or are you going to start hitting them beforehand?
Nope. She's going to walk like. All right. I promise to fight. Let's go. Come on. Are we going to sit there and sulk and be drunk? Come on.
There are 8 of us and 1 of you. You sure you want to start something?
Sounds good.
All right. They start taking out some very sharp-looking knives, and they say, "So how? We're just to the death, right? We assume that's how goblins duel."
She could just whip off the chainsaw. Like, works for me.
Vroom. Does it go off? Do you start the chainsaw?
Yeah.
Vroom, 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 vroom. All right, chainsaw goes up. We're going to jump into initiative. So let's draw some drama cards. I'm gonna roll a d2. On a 1, the sequoia tree explodes out. On a 2, it's not gonna explode for a round.
Oh, nice.
2. So
Man.
at the start of the next round, the sequoia tree will blow up and jump through. So deal 1 card to Rudy. Drama card. Our drama card is, and this is going to be a dramatic scene. I definitely think this is the climax of the act. It is time for action. Heroes get a flurry on this round. Villains go first. Flurry is, of course, I think it's a free up on every action. I am. Nope. Everybody gets another turn after their first turn.
Oh, nice.
That's a pretty dope,
Nice.
dope thing. Okay. But the villains get to go first, and I've got 8 goblins,
Oh my god.
all of whom have very crude and sharp-looking daggers, who are going to charge at Beck and start stabbing. So, okie doke, here we go. Rolling a lot of dice here. Okay, that's a 0. There's a 9. So this is all against your melee defense.
Nope.
9 miss. 2 miss. Oh man. Miss. Miss.
Wow.
What is this? 5? 5. Oh my god. Miss. Miss.
6.
Oh.
Oh
No.
my.
Nope. Okay.
No.
Last one.
Yeah, so
No,
close.
no.
Oh
So,
yeah.
4 goblins leap upon you and start like trying to stab you, and you just like hulk out and roar, and they all like go flying in different directions as they fail to penetrate. You're wearing a fancy dress.
I'm
they
wearing
fail-
a fancy dress.
They fail to get through your fancy dress. So it is Heroes' turns. There is a reaction like there's like a collective gasp from everyone in attendance as this fight breaks out, especially from what they thought was a diplomatic mission from the goblins suddenly has turned deadly. So you've hurt relations between goblins and humans in Asyle.
Oh no.
But that's not your problem.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm going to set us up for whistle success and use
Oh.
my turn to sneak over and try to snag the whistle with this distraction.
You're just gonna grab the whistle.
I want to grab the whistle and pocket it.
Okay.
Hopefully with
so-
nobody seeing me.
Yeah, 14 trick to grab it without anyone noticing.
It'd be really cool if I rolled well on this. 14.
14. You grab again in all the commotion. You're able to grab it real fast.
Great. I pocket it. And then I just kind of like, I'm going to start working my way towards the guards near the crown because the tree's not popped out yet. I just want to be ready
Not
for
yet.
that.
Yeah.
And then I don't think I'm going to take a second turn. I'm going to
Okay,
just like
sure.
wait. I'm going to wait that one.
Okay. Who else we got? We got. Excuse me, Beck, Cypress, and Salvo. Oh, Salvo, I can feel it. I can feel it.
Oh no.
You're torn.
I used trick, didn't I?
Yes. Oh, Trick is sorry. Trick is
Yep.
one of our things. So you get to draw a destiny card and be sure
Nice.
to tap one in your
Did I take it? Oh, I did.
hand.
Oh, yes,
move it
yes.
to your
Thank you for
action
the reminder.
pool. Yeah. Cool. Salvo, are you going? Are you thinking?
Yeah, no, Salvo, I think, is going to use this opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to basically, like, listen, they don't know I'm telling you this, but the plan's about to go off in, like, 30 seconds.
Okay.
So basically what I want to try to do, I'm telling him the wrong time for what will happen
Oh, okay.
to try to slow his reaction. To basically, I want to give him a minus to his actions.
Okay, cool. Make this is a
So the-
trick.
Is this a trick? This is a trick, right? This is gonna be
Yeah,
bad.
trick or
This is gonna be
taunt. I would
bad.
say trick.
This is gonna be
Trying to
bad.
trick him, and that would stymie his actions next turn.
Well, since I have two actions, I'm gonna try it twice. So
Sure.
who knows? Maybe I'll get to stymie him. Let's
It's cool.
see.
Trick defense.
11.
That will not hit.
Well, then I'll use my next action to try to
Okay.
do the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will also not hit. Yeah.
Oh well. I'm gonna save my possibility.
Okay. So he's like, "You're not telling me the truth, Salvo. I can tell."
I'm conflicted. Okay.
Hmm.
I
hope
believe the
whenever-
things that you say.
I hope that whatever happens, when it happens, you'll have my back. Okay, you just take a drink and stare off. Nice. Okay, cool. Cypress or Beck? Beck, are you about to smash a bunch of goblins?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. These should be like this. That was a good first shot. See how well you take this.
All right. So
She's
let's
just gonna jump into like a group of goblins. Just,
whirlwind. Yeah.
I'll hit as many. I'll try and for 3 of them.
Yes, and when you are multi-targeting, it is.
So that would have been a -6, but that's a -4, I think.
Yes,
with
because
the
you reduce it
whirlwind.
by 2.
Yeah.
Yes. So it is a -4. No. 1 skill test, negative. Oh, yes, it is. -4, 1 test. And since they all have the same defense, ooh, that's not going to be enough to hit them.
Out possibility. Sure, why not?
Okay.
Let's do it. Modifier.
Wait, are you wounded?
I am not wounded.
Oh, you took yourself in. Well, you'd still miss.
I
It'd be a
still
10.
miss.
I don't know
is
why.
it wounded?
So check your character sheet.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know
You,
what.
you were wounded last fight, I believe, right?
Was I? No, I didn't. I negated that.
Oh,
with,
you negated it. That's
yeah.
right. That's weird. Okay, so just take that
After-
off, and 10 is still not enough, which would be
10,
a result
yeah.
to hit.
Yeah.
So if you want a possibility, go ahead and
Roll.
yeah.
Oh, 7. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah,
boy.
that's gonna hit, and it's gonna give you a good effect, which means you get another bonus dice.
All right, so it's 2d6?
1d6.
1d6. Okay, 1d6.
So 14 plus
3.
3. So they
17.
take 1 wound, 2 shock. So yeah, you're a whirlwind. Ash is like a forest of foes as you whirlwind around and slice. And yeah, you catch a shoulder, you catch a knee, you're hitting goblins. They're taken aback by this sudden vroom, chainsaw thing, something they've never seen before. And a few of them are knocked to the ground, but there's still many of them remaining. Cypress. Oh, you get 2 actions. You want to attack again?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Go for it. This will just...
Cool.
Let's go. All right, make sure the wound thing... Yeah, okay.
Whoa, 21. Okay, so yeah, that's another good success, which means that you did you put the -4 modifier on?
I did. Shoot, I did not.
So that's just a success. That's just a normal success.
Okay.
If you want to... Oh, no, that's still a good success. Yeah.
Okay.
17 is just enough for a good success. So that's still 1 more bonus die. So 14 plus...
2.
Okay. So, yeah, that is only going to do 2 shock to them.
That's good.
Again, you're a whirlwind. Yeah, they don't have a ton of shit. So these 3 in particular are looking pretty bad. They're looking like a little hurt, but more like terrified of what is currently happening.
Yeah,
They've never seen anything like this in Asyle.
I think what's happened is they tried to push one of the tables, like to try and like knock it, and she just like chainsaws right through it.
Yeah, a bunch of them like get together and throw a table at you, and you just slice it in half, and parts of it are like thrown into 3 more of them that were kind of surrounding you, and they're knocked aside. And like, what just happened? They're like completely shocked by what happened. All right, Cypress, it is your turn.
I think I'm going to disguise both me and Flick as guards again.
Okay.
So for the first action, I'll cast disguise.
Okay.
Submit. 13, 14 should do it. Disguise is 12, magic 12. So 10 minutes.
So this is two because we're in a scene. I'm gonna say you can only do 1 person per cast. So
yeah, so I have 2 actions, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
that's what I figured you would make me do.
Yeah.
So all right, I'll cast another alteration.
Bam.
Yeah.
All right. So you're both disguised as guards again. In fact, you can even be disguised as the 2 guards inside of the gates.
Yes.
You know, and again, with this big distraction that Beck is causing, eyes are not on you.
Beautiful. Great.
Okay. That will be the end of the drama card, unless everyone tap your cards. If you have that really sweet, keep this card, initiative card that might be worth using.
I don't, but I did play 1 card ready to go.
You have a card ready to be played. All right. Ooh, exciting. Can't wait to see what it is. All right. We're going on to the next turn. It is not like this. Heroes go first, but heroes are fatigued, which means I'm double checking, but I'm sure everybody take 2 shock.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody takes 2 shock.
Okay.
As you're suddenly like, wait a second, we're in the middle of nowhere. There's a guy comparing swords to other guys with swords before. This is kind of a risky plan, isn't it? Okay. Cool.
I'm a little drunk.
Yeah, like I think Beck's just like suddenly realized that.
Oh, I forgot
there was a
to
drinking
say
contest.
Something else happened at the end of last turn. The man that was drinking alone, Darthaniel, in the corner with kind of a brooding look in his eye. All of you feel this huge surge of magic. No one is looking at him, but when you turn back, the man is gone, and there is a dragon now in his place. And he says, "Give me back my crown," in a very deep voice. All right, heroes go first. You all have -2 shock.
All right.
Salvo turns and looks at Ice Cold and says, "Well, that's our cue." And Salvo's going to go towards the dragon.
Oh, okay. Are you going to is this another trick, would you say? You're trying to make are you going to fight the dragon? Are you going to try and trick Ice Cold into thinking that this is part of your plan? What are your motivations for going towards the dragon?
My motivation is to keep the dragon away from the crown.
Cool.
Because I promised to help Ice Cold win the crown, and this is a threat.
Yeah. All right.
So why create something when it's already there? So
here's a threat to your prize. Let's go take care of it.
Okay.
And Salvo is going to punch a dragon.
All right.
Already punched a T-Rex. I mean,
So you get +4 because it's a large creature.
Nice.
I think you need to make a check though. Ooh, let me double check because it is a dragon and you're trying to fight it because it is scary. Rules. Where are you, book? Great. Yeah, just make a willpower check.
Okay. So I foresaw this.
I'm sorry.
Well, the card I moved over into my pool last time was the willpower card.
Oh,
Add +3 to my charisma, mind, spirit related total skills. Willpower may be played after determined. So basically, I want to give myself a bonus in case I have to make another willpower test. So yeah, I'm gonna make a willpower test, and hopefully I don't need this card.
okay. DN 14.
Holy shit!
What did you roll? Sorry, you rolled a 2. Okay.
Rolled a 2. I'm gonna
So-
use a possibility.
Okay. Good choice.
Can I
And,
give a card?
If it was the card you tapped, yeah.
Let's see if it's the one I tapped.
Oh crap! Cancel.
Yeah, fear.
It-
Okay.
It is the card I tapped. Adrenaline.
Okay, cool. What does that do?
Plus well, you didn't use dexterity or strength,
Holy
did you?
shit.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I'll
Oh,
just keep that.
boy.
I'm just kidding.
Pruitt exploded some. He rolled a 20 and a 10, and that added to his first 10 gives you a total of 21. Okay, so you are not feared by this. Cool. Good choice, because that would have been pretty bad in terms of punching the dragon. Okay.
And I don't have to play my willpower card.
Make your
Sweet.
punch, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll right up on this thing, and let's try out these new fists I just upgraded. And I get a +4.
You get a +4. Because
It's a big old dragon.
oh yes, that's right.
Oh,
I told
come
you that.
on.
You miss.
So I'm gonna use a free up from my cape.
Oh yeah, our free up from our cape, definitely once per scene. So go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a good time. Punching a dragon is a time to use an up.
I think
If there
is
I
any.
agree with that. I think.
And do
Yeah.
I still add the +4? Or has that already happened?
yeah, I think you still add it.
Okay, I just
We'll
want to
figure
make
it
sure.
out. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
And then my last roll's a 2. 24.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yep. The monitor stayed with it. So that is going to hit, and that is actually going to be enough to give you an outstanding success, which is 2 bonus dice on top of your normal damage.
Okay, so my
Which-
normal damage is 13.
13.
For
Okay.
my strength and my
So give
brawler
me
perk.
2d6.
2d6. That's a 4 and a 2, so 6 more damage. So 19.
19 total. So that's going to be enough. No, it's not. Sorry. So 19. Okay. You punch this dragon and oh my God, your hand. That
Yeah.
really hurt. You punch that dragon as hard as you thought you could punch that dragon. And it's like, it felt like you did practically nothing. So you did 1 shock to it
Okay.
with 19 damage, just to kind of give you guys some perspective.
Oh,
Its hide is just like iron. Like it's like you were punching, it's like you were punching a rock or something. Your hand barely went into it, and it looks more surprised at the one might say bravery of someone running up and trying to punch it. That's what one might say.
Okay.
That was probably what Salvo would say. But as you turn back, so as you ran towards it, you heard Ice Cold say, "You stupid idiot." And then you heard him following right behind you. I'm going to count Ice Cold as a hero in this. And I'm going to say he's going to go immediately after Salvo. And he's going to run up and he's going to try and punch it too. With his brass knuckled electro. What they're like electric now? Yeah. with his brass knuckled electric
Taser knuckles.
taser knuckles. Yeah. Oh man, I didn't add taser knuckles to his equipment list. So, okay, this is gonna be a strength attack. Okay, he hits as well, and he does. He does the same amount of damage as you. He does 1 shock's worth of damage. So the two of you are just like, ting, ting. Yeah, you're on either side of its like big haunchy legs, and they're just like trying to punch it in the side, and not really doing a lot. But it has caught its attention. We'll say it is no longer looking at the crown. It is now being assaulted by 2 muscly men. Okay, who would like to go next?
Okay.
Also, you hear an explosion underneath where you hid the tree, and it bursts forward, and yeah, it crashes. It's huge, like crazy wide. If you've ever seen pictures of King Sherman or General Sherman, like the biggest tree in the world, it is like that. It smashes through the gate and continues going through the castle, and you can see it's still growing as the turn goes on. And the guards are like knocked down. They're still in there, but they're prone and they look frazzled. And they're still holding their spears, but they're kind of on the ground like, oh. So the gate is open. Okay. The crown is there waiting for you. The crown is still under the glass case, but it is ready to be grabbed if anyone would like to try and grab it. Who would like to go next?
I can go. So Beck sees like this dragon,
yes,
and sees Salvo and like ice cold.
Yes.
She looks at the dragon. She looks back at the goblins. She walks toward the goblins, just like jumps on one of the food tables, kicks the food, and then just takes her glove and just throws it at the goblins.
Sure. The goblins like react. They're terrified of the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
As excited as they were to fight you, they are as frightened of the dragon. Just seeing the dragon, like you can see some of them are physically trembling, like they have some sort of particular fear for it. And they go, one of them goes, Ulf goes, "It's Kixerox!" Oh! And then they all jump underneath and behind the bar and start hiding. So the one you kicked, it seems to be thrilled that he gets to get to the bar faster as you kick him, and he goes flying towards it.
Yeah, I think she's gonna point at them. I'm gonna go fight that dragon because that's a cool big dragon, and I don't want you stab me in the back. If I find stab me, you're gonna wish that dragon attacked you.
They go, yes, go fight the dragon. That is an excellent idea.
I'm gonna go fight the dragon now.
Okay, cool.
Yes. All right, I'm going to take a nice little swipe at the dragon. Let's go for it.
Okay, yeah. Let's go for it. So you get a +4 because it is a very large creature.
Sweet. And I'm feeling good. I'm going to use one of my cards.
So you rolled an 18.
Yeah. I'll make this good. Drama card. I'm going to play this card as a possibility. You may not spend more than 1 drama card per test, but you may spend in addition to a regular possibility and a hero card.
So actually, I'm going to pause you because, unless I'm reading this incorrectly, the dragon is very bad at defending against melee. So you're actually going to hit with an outstanding success.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess he's got incredible unarmed combat, but not thinking. Never mind. Undo. Sorry, undo.
Okay.
Right now you have a hit on him. Just
okay.
So if you want to play that card, go for it.
Sure, let's do it. She wants to fight a dragon. Sure.
Yeah. Play this card as a possibility. So roll it up.
First roll is
26. So that will be an outstanding success. So that will give you 2 bonus dice. So 2d6
Hell yeah.
on top of your base damage of 14.
Come on. I get to reroll the 1.
You get to reroll the 1, yes.
Come on.
Thanks to your perk.
6.
3.
So 5.
So 5 total damage, 14 and 19. So you do once again. You like start. It's like, yeah. You're not doing a lot here. You're trying to chop away at it. You know, Ash is. Vroom, 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 vroom. You can hear it in his voice, like this is like very difficult. I've never had this problem before. I swear, this has never been an issue for me. I swear to God. He sounds very disappointed in himself. Sad Ash.
Yeah, it's not fun if it goes down in one hit.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's excellent argument. Excellent argument. I agree with you. All right, let's go to Cypress and Flick, who are, I assume, moving in on the crown.
Correct.
Who would like to go first?
I mean, is the plan for us to shock them both, or just you want to grab it?
It's under glass, right?
It's under a glass case. Yeah.
And the glass case didn't break; just the door broke open.
Yes, correct.
Oof. There's no way I can break that glass case.
I mean, I can. Is a glass case magical? Can I discern that?
You can immediately tell it's magical.
Okay, so I can't dispel it. What if I just shock it with a lightning bolt?
The glass case. Sure.
Does that feel like okay? Yeah. So it's time for the thunder to roll.
You could lift up the whole glass case.
Oh, I thought you said it was
Sorry.
magic. I thought you said it was magical.
Yeah, it's magic, so it can't break. But you know.
Oh, so it's not bolted down to me.
You heard him. He said it can't break.
I do still have explosives.
I'm gonna walk up to
Okay.
the glass case and lift it up.
And this is a low tech aisle, so you run the risk of disconnection if you try and see for it,
That's true.
or dynamite even. Like it's that low.
That's true. Okay, I'll wait and see if Cypress manages to pick it up.
Yes.
Okay.
I walk up to the glass case. I eyeball it, and I go to lift it up.
Okay, you lift it up.
Okay, great.
Great.
While you're holding it, I'll snatch the crown, and
The case is in the crown. The crown is in the case.
that's what I mean. Snatch the
Oh.
crown.
Oh,
Like, you
we're
pick
seeing
it-
it like a thing that you lift up, and then there's.
Oh no, sorry. It's like a total box. It's like a box. It's like a glass box. It's in. Yeah. So you lift up the whole box,
Oh.
and you can carry it around with the crown inside.
Okay, so I've got the
Oh.
crown.
Okay. I have the whistle. I say.
You do.
We. There's a dragon, right?
There is.
We should get out of here and outside so we can call our ride.
So the tree is. You can see the outside. Like you
Oh.
can run along the tree to get outside if you wanted to.
Okay, then
is-
Flick shouts over her shoulder to Beck and to Salvo, "We're leaving this place. Put your knickers in gear. Let's go."
And you blow the whistle as your action.
Yes, and I blow
Yes.
the whistle to call our ride.
Yeah, you hear caw right after you blow the whistle, and a very, very large eagle comes landing down and perches on the tree and says, "Damn it! I wish I never signed the agreement for that stupid thing." All right, where do you want to go?
I looked to Cypress. Where are we going? I
At
can
the
drop this.
plot location that would needs us to get there, because we just need to get to where we were voted in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the coast.
To the coast.
I hand the whistle to Salvo, because yeah, and
I'm fighting a dragon right now. So
oh, you
One-
guys
one
didn't
second.
follow out. Yeah, what? You hold on to that whistle.
So, okay. Villain's turn. Which it is so a bunch of guards have now entered the room, and some of them it seems like they have specific dragon fighting technology. Like they have huge crossbows that they have to like plant in the ground and wind up and stuff like that. The dragon sees that and then shoots up into the air, crashing through the castle, and is now floating above and kind of flapping its wings, waiting, and says, "Where is my crown?" And that is where we're going to end today's session. And maybe we'll have a dragon eagle chase next session, because that's what it sounds like where we're going. Can't wait for that. All right, everyone, let's go around the circle. Tell me where I can find you on the internet and what you're currently up to. Let's start with me, Rudy. You can follow me on Twitter at Rudy Basso. That's where I am. That's about it. You can head to don'tsplitthepodcastnetwork.com for a lot of really cool podcasts about tabletop role-playing games. Rocket Orca. Well, that's what Amber, where can people find you online?
Hi, yes, you can find me online on Twitter at Rocket Orca. Also at geekspective.com. I co-own the podcast network, where there's tons of shows that I have going on right now. One being Tabletop Babble, and then I also have the Warren of Pelgrove currently, and that's streamed live at twitch.tv/geekspective.
Nice. Shauna, where can people find you online? What are you up to these days?
Hey, I'm Shauna, Flying Source on Twitter, Instagram, pretty much every place else where I have art that I do, and the games that I play throughout the week, including Blades in the Dark on Saver Shout on Wednesday, where I play just a terrifying manipulator spider person, and on Level Up Dice, it's the Birth of the New Gods Asyle campaign, where I play a Kitsune godling who talks to spirits all day.
Nice. I didn't know that my man Nathan is running that Blades in the Dark game. He's a very cool guy and a great GM, so people should definitely check that out. Dot, what are you up to? Where can people find you online?
I'm a Dot online in all the places. A little red dot. In fact, you can find me doing all kinds of things on the dice, telling stories on awesome channels like this one. And you can check me out now producing for Kobold Press. So I am now producing for their Twitch channel. So come check out all of the new things coming up in 2021.
Nice. And Pruitt, where can people find you online?
Hey there, folks. I'm Pruitt, one half of WebDM. You can check our videos out over there on YouTube. We also have some new free podcast available. We also have our Patreon. You want to check that out. There's a whole other podcast over there. All the WebDM you could ever want. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at jpruinc. I post there sometimes. Cats, cookies, crappy Photoshop. I think that's what I promise, and that's what
Nice.
you're going to get.
Whoop.
So I can't wait till next week for Dragon versus Eagle.
Oh boy. Dragon versus Eagle or Dragon versus people riding Eagle? We'll see. That's going to do it. Hey, if you would like to support this show and maybe throw a few dearths our way, you can head to patreon.com/webdmplays. That is patreon.com/webdmplays. You'll get to go to our Discord. You can tell me what rules I got wrong because I want to know. You can talk to us about Holiday, the hit Netflix movie that I think is maybe the winner of the holiday season, and so many other things. So once again, that's patreon.com/webdmplays. That's going to do it for today. We'll be back next week with another WebDM Plays Torg Eternity. Bye.